The MACC has confirmed that business person Albert and Shamsul, the former political aide to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, will be charged in 2 courts. In a press conference this morning, MACC Chief Commissioner Azam said Tay and Shamsul will each face 5 counts of charges under the MACC Act 2009.
Dan pada hari ini saya ingin maklumkan bahawa siasatan telah pun lengkap. Dan pada keesokan harinya, 2 orang akan dituduh di mahkamah, iaitu Mr. Albert dan juga Datuk Sri Shamsul Iskandar. Masing-masing akan menghadapi 5 pertuduhan yang secara general saya sebutkan dahulu. 5 pertuduhan masing-masing di bawah Akta SPM 2009 dan di mana pada keesokan harinya di Mahkamah Session Kuala Lumpur, kedua-duanya akan dituduh di Mahkamah Session Kuala Lumpur terlebih dahulu. Dan dijangka akan dituduh lagi pada hari Jumaat di Mahkamah Session Shah Alam. Di Mahkamah Session Kuala Lumpur, kedua-duanya akan menghadapi 4 pertuduhan, iaitu seperti berikut. Datuk Sri Shamsul Iskandar akan dituduh di bawah Seksyen 17 dalam kurungan Subsection A Akta Suruhanjaya Pencegahan Rasuah 2009, iaitu menerima suapan. Yang kedua, Mr. Albert dituduh kerana memberi suapan di bawah Seksyen 17 Subsection B Akta Suruhanjaya Pencegahan Rasuah 2009. Dan begitu juga di Mahkamah Session Shah Alam kalau dituduh pada hari Jumaat, di mana masing-masing akan menghadapi 1 pertuduhan di bawah seksyen yang sama. Depannya.
Previously, Azam confirmed that Tay, Shamsul and the woman identified as Sophia Rini Buyong had been arrested on November 28 to assist in the investigation. In the press conference today, Azam said that Sophia will not face charges as she has been reclassified as MACC's witness in this case. He added that the MACC has frozen some hundreds of thousands of ringgit tracked during their investigation into this case, which the monies are now considered as evidence. PKR MP Rafizi has warned that any move to extend Azam Baki's contract as MACC Chief Commissioner for the 4th time will erode whatever is left of Pakatan Harapan's credibility and its commitment to eradicate corruption. In a video posted on his Facebook today, Rafizi said that the government should appoint a new MACC chief to rebuild their credibility. He said this while commenting what Harapan should do following the results of the Sabah election.
Kelebihan utama PH dan PKR sebelum ini ialah harapan rakyat agar sistem negara bebas dari rasuah. Ini kehendak utama pengundi-pengundi PH yang rata-ratanya dari golongan kelas menengah. Saya juga selalu mengingatkan kerajaan dan Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim bahawa data-data kaji selidik sejak 2024 lagi menunjukkan kebimbangan rakyat mengenai prestasi mencegah rasuah kekal menjadi kritikan utama terhadap kerajaan. Walau apa pun keputusan Perdana Menteri mengenai perkara ini, beliau tidak boleh lari dari hakikat bahawa pandangan rakyat mengenai komitmen beliau melawan rasuah bergantung kepada keputusan beliau sama ada menyambung perkhidmatan Tan Sri Azam Baki ataupun tidak. Bukan untuk 2 kali, bukan 3 kali, tetapi 4 kali. Jika kontrak itu disambung lagi, keputusan itu akan terus mencemarkan kredibiliti PH dan PKR sebagai parti yang tegas melawan rasuah. Dengan pelbagai kontroversi yang membabitkan nama beliau, sudah sampai masanya kontrak itu tidak disambung lagi.
Rafizi added that the Prime Minister would not listen if he were the one to raise the issue and said it would be better if PKR Deputy President Nuruliza Anwar or DAP Secretary General Anthony Lok brought it up instead. The families of 3 men shot dead in Melaka on November 24 have rejected the police's account that the victims had attacked officers. In a press conference at the Lawyers for Liberty office today, the wife of one of the victims revealed an audio recording of a telephone conversation with her husband, G. Logeswaran, during the incident. She said that based on the recording, the 3 could be heard cooperating with the police when they were detained.
Disuruh buka lock, saya punya suami nak buka lock, habis ada yang tak nak buka lock. Tiba-tiba polis serang, dengar dia punya bunyi serangan. Saya punya suami tu ni memang dia sakit kan, kesakitan dia. Memang dia jerit dah. Dia punya suara sakitan tu memang dengar. Lepas tu dia orang panggil dia duduk. Dia pun duduk juga, dia dengar lah. Dia kata, ya bang, duduk. Dia kata duduk. Saya punya suami cakap, ya bang, saya duduk. So, lepas tu saya punya suami pun ada smartwatch. Okay, telefon dia dengar lah. Daripada telefon dia pun boleh rakam. Daripada smartwatch dia pun memang dah rakam. So polis dapat dia punya telefon sebab dia sudah akan datang angkat So kena baring, tangan ke belakang apa semua. So telefon dia, saya punya suami ada kata, bang saya punya telefon bang, saya punya telefon bang. So maksud dia orang sudah ambil dia punya telefon lah. So memang nampak sangat dia punya smartwatch tu function. Sebab suara dia pun jelas. Suara yang lagi satu orang pegang telefon tu pun memang jelas polis. So dari sana saya dapat tahulah dia orang dapat tangkap sahaja. So on that time saya pun memang tak tahu dia orang sudah mati, dia orang sudah shot. Memang saya tak perasan.
She also rejected the police's claim that her husband and the two others were shot in a palm oil plantation in Durian Tunggal, Malacca, stating that they were on the highway when she was on the phone with her husband before and during the incident. Meanwhile, lawyer Sachpreet Raj Singh, who is representing the families, urged Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to convene a special cabinet meeting regarding the matter. He also called for a special team to be established at Bukit Aman to investigate the case and for the police officers involved to be suspended until the investigation is completed. Previously, Malacca Police Chief Zulkhairi Mukhtar said police had opened fire on the three men after they attacked a police officer with machetes on November 23rd, with one officer suffering serious injuries to his left hand and almost losing his life. According to Zulkhairi, the men, who were allegedly involved in armed robberies, were part of the DT gang. The deep-sea search for the missing wreckage of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 will resume on December 30th, 2025. This was announced by the Transport Ministry today. In a statement, it said that Ocean Infinity has confirmed with the government that it will recommence seabed search operations for a total of 55 days to be conducted intermittently. It added that the search will be carried out in the targeted area assessed to have the highest probability of locating the aircraft. This is in accordance with the service agreement entered into between the Government of Malaysia and Ocean Infinity on March 25, 2025. In April this year, the government signed an agreement with Ocean Infinity to recommence the search for MH370. However, Transport Minister Anthony Loke said at the time that the search operation had been halted due to weather conditions. He added that it was expected to resume at the end of the year. Loke had also said that the search will be based on a no fine, no fee principle, where the government will not be required to make any payments if the aircraft's wreckage is not found. Flight MH370 disappeared on March 8, 2014, while flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing with 239 people on board. The aircraft had lost contact with air traffic control less than an hour into the flight and had deviated sharply from its planned route. The coroner's court was told yesterday that the 5 students who were the last to meet Zara Karina Mahathir and who allegedly uttered abusive words towards her were only given verbal warnings by the school. The students were also referred to guidance and counseling teachers. SMKA Tun Datu Mustafa Disciplinary Unit Secretary Mulyati Alihuddin said that the 5 students were not issued penalty points as Zara's death remains under police investigation and is currently the subject of ongoing court proceedings. According to Bernama, Mulyati said this when questioned by lawyer Shahlan Jufri, who is representing Zara's mother in the inquest proceedings. Mulyati also confirmed that in September, the school had received a complaint of another bullying incident involving a male student who was allegedly slapped and kicked. Following the complaint, 2 male students were suspended for a week and later referred to guidance and counseling teachers. She explained that the suspension was imposed because the case involved physical contact, whereas the case involving the 5 students did not involve any form of physical contact. Mulyati also informed the court that Zara's family declined to allow a post-mortem as they wished to expedite the burial on the same night. She added that she overheard the conversation while at Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Counsel for Albert Tay's wife has demanded that MACC release the CCTV recordings confiscated by its officers during the raid last week on the businessperson's home. In a joint statement yesterday, lawyers Rajesh Nagarajan and Sachpreet Raj Singh said MACC had admitted in its search list that the digital video recorder belonging to the CCTV unit was seized by the balaclava-clad personnel. It said unless and until MACC produces that footage, its denials are nothing more than a public relations exercise attempting to mask a severe breach of duty, accountability and public trust. On November 28th, Tay's wife Lee Pei-ri lodged a police report claiming the MACC officers had pointed a gun at both of them during the raid earlier that day. She claimed that she was holding her phone to record the incident because she was concerned for the safety of herself and her family. According to Lee, an armed individual pointed a pistol at her, then forced her to hand over her phone. Lee claimed her phone was handed to another officer, who forced her to unlock the phone and then deleted deleted the video. On that note, the lawyers said the contents of the decoder are needed to establish whether MACC had acted lawfully when raiding Tay's home. They said if MACC denies that no firearms were brandished at Tay and his wife, the CCTV footage would prove it instantly. Yesterday, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim called the opposition hypocrites for being vocal over alleged letters of support that his aides sent out for companies seeking government projects. In his response to an opposition MP's question regarding the matter, Anwar read out excerpts from 2 support letters allegedly written by leaders in the past-led Terengganu and Kelantan governments and compared them to those of his aides. We asked viewers for their opinion on Anwar's response. Let's take a look at the result. 44% said that it is not justified as 2 wrongs don't make a right. 42% said it is justified and it is a bold revelation. Meanwhile, 12% think that transparency is key. What are your thoughts on Anwar's response? Share your views in the comment section below.